What did Charlie Kirk mean to the youth of America? Because that's what we're going to talk about today. This is about the absence of Charlie Kirk and what this has created inside of the youth of America. You see, today we realize that we're going to be missing someone this holiday season. And Charlie Kirk's absence has revealed something about America's youth. That America's youth still are interested in family. America's youth is still worth fighting for. And their voices are louder now more than ever. Family, I want you to lean in for a second because today we're not just talking about a man, we're talking about a mirror, a fault line in the soul of a generation, a pressure test placed on the youth of young America, and the shockwaves that have came when suddenly this voice went silent. When Charlie Kirk left the stage, it was like somebody blew out a candle in a dark hallway. And for a second, everyone saw how dark that hallway really was. You see, this was a moment where America's national temperature was checked. Wow. And my God, every generation has a figure who, whether you agree with him or not, becomes a barometer. Not the wind, not the storm, but the instrument that tells you what's brewing. And Charlie Kirk was that barometer. He read the pressure. He read the fear. He read the frustration. He read the quiet panic trembling underneath America's youth. But when that barometer breaks, you don't get fewer storms. You just lose the system. You see, the youth were looking for a North Star. Our youth, America's youth, was looking for someone to lead them out of this path of darkness. You see, young people today are not wondering because they're rebellious. They're wondering because the map they were given has no landmarks, no fathers, no mentors, no moral coordinates, right? No direction. So guess what they're doing? They're clinging to anybody who speaks with certainty because certainty feels like safety. It gave families the ability and the structure a generation needs. So they won't have a spiritual freefall. And whether you loved him or not, or argue with him, his absence has exposed something much bigger. The youth weren't following Charlie Kirk, they were following clarity. And Charlie Kirk was clear: love God, love your family, and be a good man. America's young adults are like kids raised in a house where the roof was ripped off years ago and nobody ever came back to fix it. They grew up feeling like the rain of confusion, the wind of identity crisis, the cold of isolation with social media, the thunder of political insanity rolling over their head. And Charlie Kirk's voice, too many of them felt like someone was finally saying, hey, I see you. Hey, I see the leaks. I see the damage. I see you. His absence didn't create, it revealed a massive hole that was already there in the fabric of America. You see, in this holiday season, I want to give you a metaphor that defines this conversation, this whole thing. America's youth are a garden that nobody wants to water. And if you don't water a garden, you're just going to lose it. You're going to lose the flowers. You're going to lose the soil. You're going to lose the roots. And you're going to lose the ecosystem called this good old American state. Charlie Kirk was the gardener yelling over the fence, hey, your garden is dying. But here's where the metaphor gets deeper. When the voice shouting over the fence disappears, you finally are going to be able to hear the silence inside of your own yard. And that silence is the truth we're all wrestling with today.